Angel Reese drops three-word reaction to Connecticut Sun star's performance 22 hours after Caitlin Clark clash. When Aneesah Morrow got drafted by the Connecticut Sun, she already knew the level of competition she was stepping into. Angel is a competitor, and so am I, she shared during a pre-draft event with On3. And considering both players are known for their elite rebounding skills in the W, it all made sense. But is Reese just a competitor to Morrow? Not really. It's because the former LSU teammates have built more than just a competitive rivalry, as they've developed a deep bond grounded in mutual respect and trust. So when Morrow got drafted, it wasn't just another rookie entering the league. It was a continuation of their story. And even 11 games into the 2025 regular season, they're having each other's back. Energy remains crystal clear. That chemistry echoed loudest when Morrow took the court against the Phoenix Mercury, a game that started with Mercury scoring the first 10 points and ended in an 83-75 loss for the Sun. Yet, Morrow stood out, leading her team with 16 points and 9 rebounds. And she did it under pressure. Just consider, Alyssa Thomas, who spent 11 years with the Sun, returned to face her former team for the first time, powering the Mercury to their third consecutive win. So you already know the kind of emotional weight the game carried. Still, Morrow delivered, despite averaging just 4.1 points and 2.4 rebounds per game prior to the night. So, naturally, her performance blew up on X, and when Angel Reese came across the highlight clip, she didn't hold back. So, she immediately reposted it with a powerful three-word message: let her cook. Well, this is the support Reese had for Morrow at just the right moment. Not just because the Sun lost, but because Morrow and her squad were still recovering from a physically draining battle less than 24 hours earlier. In case you missed it, just 22 hours before the Mercury game, the Sun went head-to-head with the Indiana Fever, a contest filled with drama. From Jacy Sheldon's flagrant 1 foul to Sophie Cunningham's heated exchange with Marina Mabrey and Caitlin Clark, it was a bruising night. And despite all the grit, the Sun fell 88-71 to the Fever. So yes, stepping onto the court again just 22 hours later is no small feat. And that's exactly why Reese's encouragement meant so much. After all, both Reese and Morrow helped LSU reach the Elite Eight during the 2023-24 season and were both named to the All-SEC first team in 2024, with Morrow averaging 16.4 points and 10 rebounds, and Reese putting up 18.6 points and 13.4 rebounds. But what truly sets their bond apart? Loyalty. When Angel Reese and Aneesah Morrow clashed on the court for the first time in the W on June 15th, it was Reese who left her mark. The league's rebounding leader, averaging 11.8 boards per game, dropped her first career triple-double with 11 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists to lead her team to a 78-66 win against the Sun, who had one of the worst rebounding rates in the league. But for Reese, the win carried extra weight, not just because it came against Morrow, but because of a heated moment late in the third quarter. During a battle for a rebound, Bria Hartley ended up pulling Reese's hair. That alone was enough to fire her up, but what added fuel to the fire was Sun veteran Tina Charles jumping into the skirmish and exchanging words with the Sky's guard. Still, Reese kept her composure. She went 2 of 7 from the field, but made a perfect 7 of 7 from the free throw line to assert her dominance. And despite the tension-filled encounter with the Sun, the Chi-Town Barbie didn't forget to reminisce about her bond with Morrow. Right after the game, she posted a picture with Morrow on her Instagram story with the caption, "Love my girlie. Forever locked in." Well, that's the kind of unwavering support Reese has for Morrow.
Yeah, I know that she's a great player, all-around player, honestly. She's a great passer. Make sure her teammates get open, but also can rebound and create for her own. And just going out there and competing. I know that it was going to be a tough assignment, but not backing down from the challenge, for sure.
How do you feel about this?
Just continue to work. Knowing that I can compete and be able to sit down and defend, be able to stay in front of my man any night, and that's my goal. I want to be able to be a defensive stopper. So just working towards that.
Maggie, then Emily.
You were just at the NCAA where you don't really have these everyday back-to-back games, unless you're in the tournament, where you're at one location, you're not traveling. How are you dealing just with the playing every night and the rest?
Honestly, just making sure that I stay hydrated. I know the travel could be a lot, making sure that I rest, getting a lot of sleep, honestly. I don't have classes anymore, I don't have study table, so I'm grateful for that. But just making sure I stay hydrated and rest up.
Emily?
Jacy, it's been a little bit of crazy 24 hours for you. How did you get yourself mentally in the headspace to come back today and have the performance you did?
Yeah, it's easy on a day like back-to-back, like I said, back-to-back games. You have to refocus real quick, and I think we did a good job of that. And like she said, hydrating, take care of our bodies, getting in here and doing what we need to do. But that's a hard thing to do, and in this league, I think, even for the people who are just coming into it. So we handled it well, and I think next time our focus will be on starting better.
Carl?
Jacy, you talked about Reese's performance tonight and what you've seen applies to adjust into the pro game, but you went through it just like
Yeah, I'm so proud of her. We see it every day, so I'm excited you guys finally got to see it. And her hustle, obviously her rebounding, her ability to score, make people better out there, it's amazing. And like I said, it's been fun to play with her, and it's really fun to play with her out there. So I think I'm just excited to see. She's just scratching the surface, so I think she's going to do some really big things in this league.
Anyone else in the room? Gabby?
Going off of Jacy, going off of Emily's question a little bit, you hit a few back-to-back threes in the first half. What was your mindset like during that moment and what got you going?
Yeah, I think for us, when we get stops and get into transition, I think that's what we like to do, and that's what was working for us in the first half. So our key was just try to continue to get stops, and against a really good team like this, that's a hard thing to do. And we had a couple stretches there where we were able to do that and get going in transition and make the extra pass and make really good passes. So I think that, like I said, that'll be our focus moving forward.
Carl?
Aneesah, during your time in college, football, and LSU, you were on the floor just about all the time. This time you've been watching and learning. What have you been trying to pick up as you go along?
Honestly, giving myself grace, being patient, and trusting my journey and my process. Everybody's situation is different, and embracing it, honestly. Continue to work, continue to be that all-around teammate, and just never get complacent throughout the process. Just stay as focused as I possibly can to develop every day.
Yeah, Anthony?
Jacy, what do you guys need to do to start off the games better? Because obviously in this league, these teams are really good, and it's hard to dig yourself out of those holes, even though you guys did. What do you need to do?
I think for us today, I think it comes down to just being mentally and physically focused, especially coming off a game just yesterday. And I think having this under our belt, I think we know that now. So moving forward, I think just being, physically and mentally prepared and being ready to start off the game fast, especially like a team like this, we kind of let them punch first. And I think, next moving forward, it's going to be our identity to punch first.
We'll go to Zoom. Jordan, go ahead on Zoom.
Hey ladies, Short of Television Sports. So for Aneesah, obviously had a slow start to the season as far as recovering from that knee injury, but we see you really just take your game to new heights on both sides of the floor. So just talk about how much the trust the coaching staff and the players have in you and how a potential game like this can build up going forward.
Of course, they've been very supportive throughout this process. I know that it's not easy. Continuing to install confidence in me every day. Some days are tough. Some days are tougher than the tougher days. And just being able to be that shoulder to lean on, or just be there if I need anybody to talk to, for sure.
Rob, go ahead.
Thank you. Rob Tianson from the Podium Finish. Jacy, you and the team showed a lot of grit and energy tonight, especially coming off such a quick turnaround. So emotionally and mentally, how important was it to reset and come out strong, to remind folks what kind of competitor you are, and personally, what does it mean to be someone that can be trusted upon to lift her teammates through the ups and downs?
Yeah, I think last night's game and this game, I think our energy was pretty good, and I think our effort was at a high, and I think you guys saw it today too, and yesterday, I'm sure. But when our energy's good, I think we make each other better, and I think that's when we like to play. We like to play with pace and transition. We like getting stops. So I think just moving forward, I think that'll be our focus, and I think now we have some time. We have a day to prepare for Dallas, and that'll be our focus moving forward.